Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and revealed Arsenal's huge summer transfer plans, and this is going to be a lot of good news, all music to ears, to all of Arsenal fans and well wishes all over the world, because this is something that you've always been waiting for, to hear from your manager hinting about the transfer plans. And obviously he has gone ahead and really reflected onto how he should match the physicality and the quality of Man City after this season, because it looks like Man City just edged Arsenal into that game because of the physicality and the quality of the players like Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, who single-handedly put Arsenal to the ground. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and this is the Rokani Media football channel, coming in late on the day, but obviously, as you know, we have to keep you updated on the upcoming news, on the upcoming or latest news as far as Arsenal is concerned and other teams apart from Manchester United, because for it we have an independent channel of Manchester United known as United Matters channel. If you don't get me here, you can find me there on a daily. So let's get into this story that Mikel Arteta had to go on and really offer to us. He was asked on Arsenal's summer plans. He said, "We are going to look at what we can do and what is the best strategy for us to move forward, to improve and reach the level that we want to reach. It is going to be another competitive summer and window, because there are going to be 8 or 10 clubs with huge capacities to improve, and we know that." Now, talking of huge clubs that are going to be there to improve and obviously improve on their quality, what are those 10 big clubs? Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Brighton, there is Fulham, and which other 10th club is there? I think it's going to be, I think those are the 9-10 teams that we can talk about right now, because the top 6 is all known. Oh, I had forgotten Tottenham Hotspur, even Spurs. So those are the 10 teams that Mikel Arteta was referring to in this occasion, that all those teams you see are really going to come out and really enforce. But Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and really said that they want to improve and reach the level that they want to reach. And improvement means having players almost of the same quality with those that are into the starting 11 of Arsenal. All those are going to come in through and really dislodge those that are already in. And when I look at some players whose positions are really under threat, I think Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka's positions are really under threat. I believe that all Arsenal bring in Declan Rice and Moise Caicedo, those two will struggle to really have a lot of game time at Arsenal, because it will be an indicator that it has come to the stop of the old era and the new beginning has been pronounced, all visualized, all commenced at Arsenal, because Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka represent the past of Arsenal. You know, Moise Caicedo and Declan Rice represent the future of Arsenal. Moise Caicedo, 21, 22 years of age, and Declan Rice is 24 years of age. Thomas Partey is 30, you know, and Granit Xhaka is going to make, I think, 32 years of age, meaning that those are going to be in the past, and that is one of the first improvements that Arsenal are really going to make. The other player whose position needs competition is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is a man in his own island and is enjoying his stay at Arsenal without competition. So I think Arsenal are really going to look a little bit so into that position of Bukayo Saka and getting a left-footed player who plays as a right winger into the mix. I think even the competitor for Gabriel Jesus needs to be really brought in when he's really next to him, all on the same levels, because when you look at Man City, they're having Julian Alves and Erling Haaland, and trust me, the gauge is Man City. That's it. If you're having your team and you want to look at your gauge, you have to look at Man City and know that how can I match them? Obviously, you need to be having players that are almost in the same ilk like those of Man City. So when you look at when you look at Arsenal, they don't need Edin Ketia as a competitor or the understudy of Gabriel Jesus. They need a player who is an understudy of Gabriel Jesus, who can come in and really get the job done, even when Jesus is away. That's it. So that's why they should go in and bring another centre forward that's really classified to be the next big thing in world football. A striker that is at like age of 20, 21, who's willing to come in through and learn, you know, the likes of Victor Rokani, you know, that Brazilian. Just to mention, there is Højlund Rasmus, you know, at Atalanta. I think you can get him in at like 40 million pounds, and he can act as a good understudy and obviously create competition for Gabriel Jesus. The other position that needs backing and improvement is the central defense. Arsenal need to sign in a right-footed centre-back, you know, because for the left-footed centre-back, Jakub Kiwior is already here, and I think Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to use this time to sort of it that integrates him into the Arsenal dressing room, and maybe during the preseason, we'll see more of Jakub Kiwior and see whether he has gone ahead to reach the levels of really playing in the Premier League or the Champions League that is coming, I think, towards the end of the month of June. I think even the right back just needs some reinforcement, because Tomiyasu has proven that he's really an injury-prone player. Then the left back position of Arsenal, also with Kian Tierney sending in threats that he really wants to leave, and Nuno Tavares just not in good books with Mikel Arteta, as I brought you a story I think like 2-3 weeks back, that by the time he really found himself out of Arsenal, by the time he found himself loaned to Marseille, he had some indisciplined activities that he really did at London Conley, and Mikel Arteta was not okay with the player and said, I need to loan you to Marseille. And obviously at Marseille, he also fell out with the manager, and he was really banned and was really suspended from training sessions at Marseille, but I think he's back into the mix. So it shows you that Arteta has close to 6 signings to make this transfer window, if he's to put in what we call if it's to put in what we call a concrete, you know, a concrete title race with the likes of Man City, Manchester United, and Liverpool. And next season it's really going to be so much intense. Even getting the Champions League spots is really going to be hard if at all you cannot go ahead and really amass close to 80 points. That's it, because Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and Newcastle, I think 7 teams will be up running for 4 slots into that top 4 race to continue and play into what we call the Premier League. And I think when you look at the competition that is really increasing in the Premier League, that's why the UEFA is really UEFA is the football governing body for Europe, is really planning to increase the number of teams that play into the Champions League. And you might find that in 2024, we might see close to 6 teams in every group stages. That's it. 6 teams, you know, 6 teams in the group stages, such that they increase the number of games, and we will see close to 3 teams getting out, 6 or 4, you know, we might see 4 teams getting out of every group, such that we do have another round of 32, you know. That means in the group stages, a team will be playing 2 more games. Instead of 6, they'll be playing 8, you know. Then they'll add a round of 32, then a round of 16, then round of 8, round of 4, and then the finale. So that shows you the competitiveness into the Premier League. That has gone ahead to see that more teams are going to be called up to play into what we call the Champions League. So I think that top 6 is really going to be so much competitive in the next coming years of this game of football. Then Arteta was asked about needing more physicality in his squad to compete with Guardiola's Man City. Obviously, because Man City just edged Arsenal and just showed Arsenal as a very weak team in the league. Then he said, it's a great question. You think you might go in that direction? Playing with Fernandinho, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Aguero starting 100 points, you know. Then he said, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Pedro, 6 titles, good players, incredible players. In the right moment, they step up. They love what they do. They create the right chemistry. So Arteta has admitted that he needs the right players to go ahead and really create what we call the right chemistry into his team. And he's right, because if you're having players like Martinelli, Odegaard, Jesus, Zinchenko, William Saliba, you know, if you go ahead and add on the quality of Caicedo, you understand, and some other quality players into the team that can really take Arsenal forward, you will have created a team that can really orchestrate great chemistry in the field of play. And I was going to let you know about the team of Man City that collected 100 points. Fernandinho, David Silva, Bernardo, and Aguero plus Sterling. That team was really important and so much great. When you look at it, you'll understand exactly what Arteta is talking about. So, in reality, it is achievable, because I've seen Arsenal lose points this season they wouldn't have gone ahead to lose. I believe if Arsenal had a good squad and quality, more players of more quality, they wouldn't have dropped 3 points against Man City at Emirates. They wouldn't have lost 3 points at Everton. Those are 6. They wouldn't have gone ahead to draw with Newcastle at home and to draw with Newcastle and Southampton at home. You know, those are 4 points. That takes it to 10. Then they wouldn't have drawn with Liverpool and West Ham. Those are 14 points. They wouldn't have gone. They wouldn't have gone ahead to draw away at Southampton in the first leg of the league. You know, those are 16 points. Which other points did Arsenal drop? Arsenal dropping points. So almost, if I told you add up things, Arsenal have gone ahead to drop 20 points that they wouldn't have gone ahead to drop. You know, I admit Arsenal would have lost away at Man City. They would have lost away at Manchester United. I think that's a given. And you can say those are always huge games that Arsenal can really work out with. But the manner in which they lose is what we're talking about. And 100 points, if we are to take the 75 Arsenal really having now, and add on what we call the 20 that we've gone ahead to count as missed out points if at all they had quality players, that takes them to 95. And 95 points, they're having 5 games to play, meaning that they're going to have to hit 100 points. That is Arsenal for you. And to me, it's not news. I believe Mikel Arteta is a man of his word and knows exactly what he's talking about, and he can really take it to the next level. He has talked about Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Pedro clinching 6 trophies. So that is the level at which Mikel Arteta is really looking at to take his team of Arsenal to lift more and more and more trophies. And I think he's the right manager to take them there. He has gone ahead to build the foundation. Now it's up to him on which bricks he adds onto the foundation to take it to the erection that it will bring out the best state of art of a construction that he has gone ahead to really build with the likes of Edu and the rest of the players. Today, Arsenal is playing Chelsea. Mikel Arteta has said the following on the reception for fans to give Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He said, "Say thank you, pay him the respect and gratitude for what he has. He was an incredible player for us. He scored a lot of goals. He was our captain. He deserves that. Thank you and be grateful." So I think now, Arsenal fans, you know what you're going to do for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Arteta has gone ahead to relate to you exactly what you should do to this player. So I go by the names of Rokani David. Tell me your thoughts about Arteta announcing huge Arsenal summer transfer plans, you know, into the comment section. What are your thoughts about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's reception after Mikel Arteta, and Arteta creating more chemistry by signing more quality players? I sign out for now. See you later as I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.